Money is a Ponzi scheme and debt is musical chairs. Every dollar we've ever had has been loaned into existence. Money is not printed on some sort of schedule. If someone wanted a car, they go to the bank to get that car loan, boom, money's created. Or if the government wants to spend money on literally anything but the American people, right, they'll borrow that money into existence from the Federal Reserve. But here's where the real Ponzi is. When they're creating that money, it's only enough for the principal. And you know, it's very hard, at least if you know one, let me know. But it's hard to find debt without interest tied to it. Okay, so this is the musical chairs part. In order to pay back that debt, you need to make more money or get into more debt to cover the former debt interest. And when we reach times like recessions where everybody's just holding on to their money's no longer flowing through the system, right? So when that music stops, if you're not the person holding on to the money, right, you end up getting repossessed, foreclosed on, sent to collections. Like that's what ends up happening if you lose the game of debt musical chairs. And it all stems from this modern day, I guess, social media stuff, right? Like, why do you think our grandparents didn't have the same problems we have today? Those in charge have cracked the code to like unlimited money. We are victims of excessive consumerism. I mean, what were they doing in the 80s, right? There was no literal digital, there was no world in their pocket. We have the whole world in our pockets. There were no addictive devices. And even when they did have devices, it wasn't upgrading so frequently, right? We have a new iPhone every single year. There were ads occasionally, you know, whatever, in the newspaper or on TV, but we have walking ads. We walk around again with walking ads. The minute you get on here, you can't even really look good, right? I fall victim to this all the time. I'll be on TikTok trying to pull a video off of my TikTok to post it on Instagram or something. And the minute I open the app, boom, right? Video. I don't get taken to my profile. No, I get taken to someone else's video. Right? So the minute you get into an app, you are being fed something. Companies have been smarter in how they get you to spend more money, right? Through payments. Back in the day, credit wasn't so, I guess, widely accessible and widely normalized as it is now. People are now getting vacations on credit, right? Like, or Afterpay. I saw that you can buy like an airplane ticket on like Klarna or something. Like, what is that about? Fight back. Do not subscribe to consumerism. Minimalism is too much for me, right? There's a spectrum. Minimalism and overconsumption. Being influenced by everything we see online is literally a trap, and you have to, you know, circumvent that. Whether it's being super aware of what you're looking into and don't get so captivated by someone saying, oh my God, this is the best shampoo ever, right? Or you just avoid it altogether if you know you don't have that strength to not want to go buy something and like not be influenced. We have to find common ground, because as these things get more normalized, there is no disincentive to not charge more prices or higher prices, right? If more of the population starts using Afterpay and Klarna and companies see that, what stops them from charging more? Either you have the cash to pay it in full, or you're going to lean on these other companies to help you get there. All right. And people are looking at payments. They're not looking at the overall cost these days. It's more popular with homes, right? We just want to make sure we make the actual payments, right? And it's more popular with cars now. People used to buy cars out in cash, but now it's like, okay, no, I could make the payment. When is that going to start happening with things like clothes? Things like airline tickets, right? We're seeing that shift right now. What about student loans? People used to have to pay their way through college, but now it's like, oh, okay, whatever. I'll make that student loan payment a little bit later. If more of us are informed of these ways that people are extracting more of our wealth from us, we can start making smarter decisions, right? If we want to be rich, we got to make rich choices. That's how you survive the Ponzi. You don't subscribe to this debt game. You're taking your money and you're putting it into other assets that make you money, right? Someone coined it saying you make your money an employee and it's going to go to work for you. We practice discipline so that we're not tempted to go spend money that we don't have on things that we don't need. And then we look for ways to increase our businesses so we don't have to pay as much taxes, right? Because businesses are literally tax havens. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch this video right here.